Boniface from Bonnie Academy, and I'm going to be your instructor in this course. So this course we'll be going down to look at Microsoft PowerPoint. So first and foremost, when you open Microsoft PowerPoint, this is the window you see. So on this window, when you look at your left side, you have other menus like the info, new, open, save, save as, print, and so on. So I'm going to take you step by step through this course so that we learn all you need to start with PowerPoint. So let's look at the info. So on the info menu, we have other menus under it, and as you can see, we have a key that is locked. This is used to protect presentations. So if you create a presentation, you can lock it with a password so that before someone can open that presentation, the fellow will have to enter that password. So let's try it and see. Okay, so mark as final. So when you select this option, it means that when you create any PowerPoint, no one can ever edit it again because you have marked it as your final edition of the PowerPoint. So no one can edit it again. So that is the use of this feature. And we also have one that will help us add credentials to your PowerPoint so that before someone can have access to it, they will need to enter a password. You can also grant people access whilst removing their ability to edit, or copy, or print using this menu. You can also add digital signatures to your PowerPoint using the down menu. So that's all we have in the information field, and they are very useful for security purposes. So when you also come to the new menu, this is where you start a new presentation. So we have a blank presentation, and we have other pre-designed templates that we can use for our presentation. And you can also search on this search bar for more templates online. Okay, so let's also go to the open menu. So on open, it also allows us to open some of the current documents we are working on. Okay, so some of the recent documents we are working on, for example, yesterday I worked on these two documents and then this one. So the open menu lead us to our recent documents we just worked on so that we can open any of them and begin to work on it again. And we can even open other files that we have not worked on them recently using the browse option. So you can browse through your machine and pick the document you want to work on. So that is the open menu to open a presentation that you like to work on. They also have save menu. The save menu goes in two ways. When you click on, anytime you come and click on save whilst working on a document, it means that you are trying to save the document with a default name. The PC is going to use the first characters of your document to name your document for you. Sometimes you could also use the save button if your document is already saved, just that you have made changes to it and you want to save it again. You just have to come and click on the save button and save it straightforward. Otherwise, if you are working on a new document where you want to provide a specific name for it, then you come to the save as menu so that you can give your document a specific name and save it, and also specify the folder where you want to put it. We also have the print menu that allows you to print out your presentation. So just as Microsoft Word, you can come here and select all the features you want and simply print out your presentation. You can also share your presentation on this menu. Okay, so you can share it as an email. Maybe you want to present it online. The options are here. You can also publish it as a slide, or you save it to Microsoft Cloud. Microsoft have a cloud storage for storing your document. So you can use this menu to save it to your Microsoft Cloud storage. We also have export menu. Now, the export menu is very useful when you want to convert your presentation to a PDF, a video, or you want to package it on a CD. Okay, or sometimes you even want to create it as a handout or change the file type. That's where we use the export option. So when you come to create PDF, it allows you to convert your document into a PDF. So if I were working on a current document and I come and click on create PDF, it will convert that document to a PDF file. Okay, let's also look at the create video menu. On the create video, when we come here, it also allows us to convert our video, our presentation into a video. But before then, you have to select the quality of the video you want, and the higher the quality, the large storage your video would take, and the lesser the quality, then the lesser the storage the video will occupy. So you can come here and select the quality of video you want. Okay, and then you can also decide that all the animations you have applied, do you want it to use it as a default, the timing and everything in the narration, or you want to reset it. So you can reset it using this drop down menu here. And then when you are done with that, just come and specify how many seconds do you want your video to delay on each slide. So you come and specify the number of seconds on this menu. Now after that, just simply come and create video. When you come and click on this, it will take some time for Microsoft PowerPoint to convert your presentation into a video for you. Okay, and then we have the other options too. You can convert it to a CD. Maybe you want to burn it and package it in a CD so that someone can insert the CD into their machine and also have experience of your presentation. Create it as a handout, and then, or you want to change the file type, that is maybe from document to XPX to PDF or anything. We have different file types. And then you also have close, simply to close your Microsoft PowerPoint. So when you click on this, you are closing the Microsoft PowerPoint. You also have accounts. Here allows you to set your accounts. So on this page, you provide, if you already have Microsoft account, then that name will simply appear here. You can change the photo of your account, and you change the photo, and then you can also sign out from your accounts, because I've already signed in, because I already have an account with Microsoft. You can also switch between your accounts. Maybe if you have 2 or more accounts, then you can switch between the accounts using this menu. Okay, now Microsoft also come with themes, and those themes are always default, but you can come and set them. Maybe it was colorful, you can set it to dark gray, white, or any theme you want. So the themes can be set using this menu. You also have the circles and the trips. You can also be set using this menu. So you come and just set the circles or the trips you want for your document, and they are always default. But when you come to options, now this one allows you to go into your document and change a lot of default settings. But if you are not familiar with it, just don't touch it. But here it makes your presentation even more beautiful. You can set most of the default settings, maybe the default colors, the color that will float let's say a shape when you draw it. Those ones, they are always default colors. You can come here and change them to the colors you want. You can even set your default images and a whole lot. So let's leave this one for now. Maybe for another tutorial we can go deep like that. So now let me come back here. So when you are here, then maybe you want to now start your presentation. You're about to create your presentation, so you just come and click on the new. Okay, when you click on the new, it's either you want to use a blank presentation or you want to select a predefined template. So for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to use a blank presentation. So okay, this is a blank presentation. So if you want to go back to where we just finished with, just click on files and that menu will show up again. Then we'll use this button to go back into our presentation. So here we are. This is the default template for us provided by Microsoft PowerPoint, but we can change it, and we'll do that along the course. So now let's start with the ribbon. Now looking at the ribbon, it is start with home, insert, design, transitions, animations, slideshow, review, and view, and we are going to go through them one after the other. So let's start with the home menu. I'm sure I'm not going to go deep into certain things because they might not be necessary, but I will just browse through them. So when you come here, we have your cut button that allows you to cut a maybe an item on your presentation. For example, if you have an image here or a text or anything, for example, if I highlight this text, let me highlight this text. Okay, let me highlight it, and then so if I highlight this text, I can use the cut button to cut it from the document. So if I press on cut, it will cut it. If I come and press on paste, it will paste it back. And we can also use the copy. The copy only help us to make a duplicate of it without necessarily cutting it off, but the cut was just what cut it completely from where its current position. Okay, so that is just brief on that ribbon. Okay, so let's go to new. So when you click on the new ribbon, you see that it help us to what add new slides to our presentation. So when you come here, you have title slides, you have title and content, you have section header, you have two content. Maybe if you want to have your content divided into two, and then we have comparisons. You have title only. Maybe that slide is going to contain only a title. You can use the title only slide. We can have a blank slide. If you want to use a blank slide, maybe you just want to start from fresh and then you will define everything you want. You can use a blank slide. We also have content with caption. This one, when you use it, it gives you caption that you can easily select things from your maybe images or other files from your machine and just bring them back onto your presentation. We also have here pictures with caption. It's just the same thing, but here they are talking about only pictures, so you can easily insert pictures into your presentation. Okay, so when you also come down here, you have duplicate selected files. So when you select slice, when you select slice and you want to duplicate it, just come to this button and then it will duplicate the slice for you. We also have slice from outline, and then reuse slice. So this one also allows us to reuse slides that we have created already. Okay, so let's try them one after the other. So let's use the title slide, and that is what is already here. So the title slide allow us to only give title to that slide. Maybe let's say this is my first slide. I'll just say that this is my first slide. Okay, so that is the title. So see that this slide will only contain a title, and then we can add a subtitle to it, and the subtitle will go down here, and we can start typing our subtitle here. Okay, that is for the title slide. And we can also come to title and content. here you add your title here, and then bring your content down here. And we already have a predefined captions for us, so that here we can easily insert a picture. When you click on it, just take us to our pictures file, and we'll bring a picture into the slide. So we also have online pictures. If you want to browse for a picture, you have insert videos. If you want to insert a video into your presentation, you can use the insert video caption, and so on. So we have tables, we have charts, and we have smart arts graphics. Okay, that is for the title and content slide. Okay, so we also have section slide that helps us to group our content into sections. You give a title, then you add what? A section. So okay, so you have two content. Maybe you want to divide your content into two, so that you have one at the left and one at the right side. You can also use this template. So, and then the same for this. And then we also have the title only. The title only allows us to give a title to this slide. So we'll just put in your slide your title. But if you see that if you press any part of this slide, you cannot type inside unless the title slide. So you only give your slide a title, and this slide will only contain a title. But if you want to add other things to this slide, you can still do it by inserting a text box, but we'll get to that later. Okay, so that is for the new slide menu. Okay, we can also have our defined layouts. So how do you want our slide to look like? So we can reset that using the defined layout, and all that we have here are the defined layout, but we can reset it using this defined layout. So we can simply maybe if you have set it to what you want, and you want to reset it back to how it looks, then you can just use the reset menu. Then when we come to section allow us to group all our slides into sections. For example, you want to talk about fruits, then maybe after fruits you want to talk about drinks, after drinks you want to talk about maybe music, then we can group all these slides into sections. So that is the use of the section menu. So it helps us to group our slides into what? Sections. So you can just come and select the slides you want to group. So how do you select multiple slides? You simply hold Control and select them one after the other. So if I hold Control, I will select this, select. Okay, I can select multiple slides using the Control button. I'll just hold on it whilst I select the slides. Then I'll group them into section, and I'll give them a name. So I'll just add section, and then I'll give that section a title. Right now it is untitled, so I will simply give it a title. So I can collapse that section, and then I can bring it again. So that's it. So you just come and rename your section. You want to remove it, you can remove it, or you want to remove all sections you have created, then you use this button too. You want to collapse them all, expand them all. So how do you collapse and expand? That's what I was just doing. We just press on this, it will collapse it, and you can expand it, or you can still use the section menu to do that. Maybe collapse, and then you expand again. We can expand, and here we are. Okay, we are still on the home menu, and then we can also come here. We have the fonts, and on the font, this also helps us design the font of our content. So here we can select the font style we want. So here we can select the font style we want. We have a lot of fonts here that we can select, but basically the official font we do use is the Times New Roman. Okay, then we can also come and select the font size, and mostly in presentations you might want your text to look big so that people can see it clear. So just come and select the font size, and make sure you select an appropriate font size so that it doesn't distract your work. Okay, that is for the font size. And then we also have bold button here. If you want to bold your text, just come and highlight it and bold it. You have italic. If you want to make it italicized, just use the italic button. You can underline it, and then you can also what, bring a text shadow. If you want to bring the make your text to have a shadow. For example, if I highlight this text and then I click on the shadow button, you can see that our text has created some shadow within it. Okay, and then we can also strike through our text using this button. So we just highlight our text. Remember, before you can put any effect on a specific text, then you first of all must what, highlight it. So if I highlight it, I can what, strike through it, I can underline it, I can bolden it, I can even make it italic. Okay, that is it. Now, okay, so let's also look at other features. So maybe if you want your text to look bigger, you can use this button. If you are using this, then you are decreasing it. So you can always use this and control the font size of your text. Then we can also come and select here the case of your text. Maybe you want a sentence case, a lower case, an upper case, capitalize each word. So here this option allows you to capitalize each word of your sentence. Okay, then we also have toggle case. Okay, that's it. So but before any of these menus will function, then you must first of all highlight the content you want to put the effect on before you go and add the effect itself. So you also have you can also come and add your text color to your text. Maybe you want your text to look blue, red, green. Just come and pick the text color here. And then there's one more feature I would like to talk about that has just happened in Microsoft, and a lot of people are not aware of, and they don't even know how to use it, and that is this eyedropper. Now what the eyedropper does is that when you click on it, it allows you to pick colors on your content. So if I want to pick, maybe I want to pick a particular color that is already on my content and apply it to a particular section, I will just highlight that section, then I'll go and pick the eyedropper. Maybe if I want to pick a black color, if I come and point the pencil here, you see that the color has turned black. If I want to pick a red color, I'll just come here and the color has turned red. And if I click on red, it will change my text to red. And that is the use of the eyedropper. Then we can also select more colors. Maybe you are not satisfied with the colors there. You can come here and adjust the colors and pick the color you want. Okay, that's it. Then you can also have what, highlighting. Maybe you want to highlight your text, that is changing the background color. You can also use this button, and that is for the font main. So that's all what we have on font ribbon. So let's also go to paragraphs. Now on paragraphs, let me create multiple paragraphs here. Okay, yeah, okay, that's okay. So I have multiple paragraphs here, and I told you before we can put any effect on them, we must first of all highlight them. So if you highlight them, maybe you want to add bullets to them, you just come and click on this and the bullets will be added to them. You want to number them, they will be numbered automatically. But assuming you don't want to use bullets, you can still use this arrow down button to select the style of bulletin you want, or you can also come and select for the style of numbering that you want using this arrow down button. So after highlighting our text, we can also align it. So let me highlight it. If I align this one, called align left. So if I align it left, you see that it has aligned to the left side of our text box. Align center, it will bring it to the center of the text box. Align right, it takes it to the right. And justify, the justify will try to spread it across all the length of what, the available space. But this is just a text box. Okay, and that is for the paragraph ribbon. Okay, now let's go to drawing. Now this is the quick access toolbar for drawing, and we can actually pick any style of drawing we want. Maybe we want to draw a line, an arrow, a rectangle, an oval shape, and all that. Maybe a curvy line. We just come and pick the style of drawing you want. Maybe I want to draw this line. I'll just pick it and start drawing. Okay, that's it. Maybe I want to draw something like this. I'll just pick it. I will draw, click. Okay, and then here we go. Let me try it again. I can curve it here. So you see, it helped me to draw curvy lines, the kind of lines I want. You can curve the line anyhow you want using these two. I'm sorry. Let me go back to the home. Using these two styles, drawing styles. Okay. Now, on the drawing ribbon, we can also see that we have what we call arrange. The arrange allows us to arrange our content on each other. Maybe when you let me add more content here, maybe a diagram like this. Okay, you see that it has covered our text, but if you want to send the background, then how do we do that? Then we have to come here and rearrange them. So we can always select what we want to rearrange and come to arrange and what rearrange it. So you can decide to send it to front. It's already in front. Maybe I want to send it to the back. I'll just send it to the back of the text. Okay, and then okay, so assuming, let me add more shapes and then we'll play with it. Okay, so I have another shape like this. Okay, so let me come to arrange. So you see that when you click on this button, it will bring it front to the front, and then if you click on this button, it will send it to the back. But if you want to send it one by one according to how they are arranged, then you have to use these two buttons. So when you click on this, maybe you want to send to the back, when I click here, it will send it one step back. Okay, one step back. Have you seen? So it is working. Okay, let me bring that one forward. So it has come one step forward. Then let's add another step again. Okay, and then here we are. We have brought it forward. So that's what we use the arrange menu for. And then after we pick our shape, let me select one of the shapes. Then we can fill it with the color we want using this. And we also have the eyedropper here. We can say pick it and come and pick any color on our content and fill this box with that color. We also have more colors that you can select, gradient colors or even texture. Okay, we can select the texture we want. Maybe we want to use a picture and fill it. You can also come and pick picture. It will take you to a picture file and you select the picture you want, come and fill it. Okay, now we also have shape outline. This one help us to give a specific color of line to our shape, maybe the outline. So if I pick yellow, you see that my shape has a yellow outline. So you can decide to pick any color of your choice, or maybe white, or you can simply use dashes. Weight, maybe you want to specify the weight of the outline. Maybe you want it to look thicker or thinner. You just have to come and select in pixels. And then we also have the eyedropper here. More online colors. Maybe you want to browse for more colors. You just use this button too. And that's it. And now, okay, we also have shape effects on drawing. So with this, we can apply certain effects to our shape, and then they will look more beautiful. Maybe Let me just try some of them and you see. Okay, when I click on this, I can make my shape looks different depending on how I want it to look. Maybe I can also apply it to the shadow of the shape. Okay, yeah, maybe the glowing, how do you want it to glow and all that. That is the shape effect. Now let's also go to editing. This one help us to search through our ribbon for a specific effect. So you can always use this and search for anything you want. Maybe you want to replace something, you just come and select, come to replace, and type in what you want to replace and replace it with what you have selected. And that's all for the home ribbon. So now let's speed up so that we can catch up with time. Now let me go to the insert ribbon. Now on the insert ribbon, it allows us to insert things into our content. Now let's look at the first one. We can use this and insert a slide as we already learned. You can insert a table. So just come and pick the number of rows you want and the columns you want, and then you insert it into your content or your slide. Okay, or maybe you already have a table you want to insert, or you want to draw it. Sometimes it is necessary that we draw a table that doesn't have a uniform number of shapes and columns. Sometimes it's difficult to use this insert to just insert a table straightforward. So sometimes we need to draw. So when you click on the draw, it will allow you to pick a pencil, and then you come and begin to draw the kind of shape you like. Okay, and all that. So you can draw the table using the draw menu on tables, or maybe you want to insert an Excel spreadsheet, then you can also use this menu. Okay, so we also have pictures, and on the pictures field we have photos, we have screenshots, online pictures, and pictures. So this menu allows us to pick pictures from our our machine or our computer or whatever we are using. So it allows us to pick pictures. So I can pick any picture I want, and I'll simply insert it into my slide. Or maybe if you want to Google for a picture, then you can use the online picture search. You want to screenshot something, it will just allow you to take a screenshot of what you want to insert, and then you insert it inside. Then we also have photo album. You will take you to your photo album to select what you want, and that is for images. Now let's go to illustration. And on illustration also help us to add shapes, smart arts, and charts. So if I come to shapes, I can add any kind of shape I like, and I'll organize it how I want. Okay, so let me just scroll down here. Okay, so we see that it can even help us to add buttons and other things to our slide. So let's add a button, for example. So when you add a button, it allows you to put actions on that button. What do you want that button to to command or to initiate when you click on it? Let's add it and see. So let's draw a button. See that it has given us other options. The hyperlink. Do you want us, when anytime you click on that button, it should take us to a particular link? Maybe you want to take us to the next slide, the last slide, or you want to specify a slide. Then maybe you want to run a program, or you have a program that you have kept on your system that when you click on this button, it should run that program. Then you can use this option and you browse and pick the program. Then we can also have run macros, and then object actions. For example, if I put this object, maybe say I've used shapes to design a car here, and I want that when I click on the button the car should move, then I can use the object action to put the effect on the button. They will also have play sound. So when there's sound on your slide or your presentation, you can consider that anytime you click on the button, it should either play the sound or it should rather what quit the sound. So you just come and select this checkbox. Currently there is no sound on it, that's why it is stated that there is no sound. But when there's a sound, the sound will come here, and then you can just pick on this checkbox, and then you either choose to play or you shut the sound. Okay, and that is for the buttons on our on our shapes ribbon. Okay, that's it. So now I want to also show us a different feature. Let's select these two shapes. Let's hold control and select all of them at the same time. So I'll select this one and come and also select this one. There's also another feature that allow us to merge them together. Maybe we want to make it one shape, then we can what always come and merge them together. Okay, but I will leave that for the next tutorial because we are running out of time already. We have spent more than 30 minutes and we haven't even gone anywhere, so I will leave that for the next tutorial. So let me just brush through what we need for the basics now. Okay, we are finished with let me see on the insert ribbon. Okay, we were here, so maybe you want to add charts, then you can decide, come and pick the chart you want and then you add it. Okay, all those features are there. You can add links, hyperlinks, you can add adverts, ads. Okay, now as I was telling you, assuming I'm using a title only slide or a blank slide. For example, let's add a blank slide. See that on the blank slide I actually cannot type anything on it, but if I want to type anything that maybe text, then I have to use what the text box. So I'll come and then I'll click on it, highlight it, it will give me this symbol, and I'll come and draw the text box here, and within this text box I cannot type whatever I want to type inside it. So that is the use of the text box. Okay, then you want to insert a header or a footer, so just come and specify it for you. Okay, date and time, slide number, you want to number your slides. We also have equations and symbols. Maybe you want to insert an equation, we have them here, a lot of them, you can scroll through to see them. And we also have symbols, you can pick any symbol you want and insert it into our document. If you want to insert videos, you can also use this button. So when you click on this menu, it's either you want to insert the video online or from your PC. So if you click on video on PC, it will take you to your video files to select the video you want to insert, or maybe you want to browse online for it. You just click on the online videos and it will take you online to browse for your video. You can also insert audio, and this is the same way. Okay, and then I'm using screen recording right now, and this button here, this menu here, will help us to to specify the screen space that we want to record, and then we just start doing our recording using the screen recording. And that is for the insert ribbon. Now let's go to the design ribbon. The design ribbon simply give us a bunch of pre-designed templates that we can use. As you can see there, you can use any of them and start our work. You see, these are pre-designed templates. Then we can specify the size of the slide, and then you can also format the background. Yeah, so here we are. So if you want to format the background, you can see that we can fill it, you can make it solid, you see, or maybe gradient. Maybe if you want to insert a picture, when you click on this, it will take you to a picture file to select a picture and then come and use it as the background. So when you click on this, just come and select file. It will take you to your pictures files, and then you pick a picture and use it as the background. So let's try that and see. Probably I don't have any good picture here, but this okay. You see that I'm using it as the background. Okay, or even you can still go online and search for pictures using this button here. Okay, and that is for design. Let's go to transition. The transition help us to transition from one slide to the other, and we can give any effect that we want that is available to our slide, so that when you are transitioning from one slide to another, then that transition will also take effect. For example, let me give this slide a very beautiful transition. Okay, we have a keep. Okay, you see how it is transition. So anytime we are transitioning from one slide to another, we can use the transition menu to select that. Okay, we have different styles of them. When you click here, you can see them all listed down. Okay, let me use this and see. Wow, very beautiful. Yeah, and that is for the transition. That is transitioning from one style, one slide to the other. Now let's also go to animation. On the animation too, it allows us to add visual effects to our content. For example, let me select this and then animate it, and let's see its action. So now I can make it that anytime I click on a button, then that the effect should what happen. So if I select it, then maybe I want it to appear and see that it has appeared. You want it to fade, fly in, it will just fly in like that. It will float in, and we have a lot of them that we can select from. They are all down here. And look at the other menus down here. You can add more effects to it. That is, maybe when you are entering, when you are starting the effect, what do you want to happen to it? You can use the entrance effect. You can also have what emphasis. So when you click on it, then it should what emphasize an effect. Then when you are exiting, when the effect is ending, something should happen. Then you can use the exit effect. Okay, and that is also for the animation ribbon. Now let's go to slide show. And the slide show allow us to show all our slides on a full screen, and then we can play them one after the other. Now when we use the from beginning, it will automatically begin from the first slide. So let's try it and see. As you can see, we are there. So if I click enter or any button at all, it is transitioning from one slide to the other. Okay, with different slides. Okay, and then that is the end of our slides, and we are back here. Then we also click from what from a current slide. It will just start the slide show from the current slide where you are currently working on, and then that is for the the slide show. What again? All these things are not necessary for now. We'll talk more about them in our next video, in our advanced course. Okay, so we also have review. Oh, my PC is running, battery low. So we have review. Now the review allow us to view our our content or whatever we created before we take it to the final step. So here we can check the spelling of all the words in our content. Maybe you can check comments. Maybe if you have created comments, then we'll talk more about comments in our next tutorial. And that is for the, let me just leave that for now because our video is taking much time. We'll transfer all that to the next tutorial. Then we also have view. The view also tells us how our content will look like. So we can use the view, and then maybe the normal view, the outline view, the slide shutter, and then all that. So we'll talk more about most of these things in our next tutorial. But for now, I think we'll end this tutorial here and we'll call it a day. And I hope you have learned something. And if you are interested in knowing more about PowerPoint, then please just subscribe to our channel and click on the notification button so that anytime we upload a new video, you will be notified personally that the new video is out and you can have a feel of it. And we are going to dive you deep into Microsoft PowerPoint, and we'll even build projects together, and then we'll use some of these effects, and then you see them into action, and I bet you will love it. You see the power of what Microsoft PowerPoint, and we can use it and do a whole lot of animations and make our presentation show beautiful. So thank you for your time today, and I hope to see you again. Bye.